Hey everybody, it's Amanda here from Handmade by Amanda, and I'm running late. I'm sorry about that. But I just wanted to show you a really quick card. I've had a bit of a busy week, so I haven't had a lot of time to prepare anything. But so this is one of my go-to cards, I think I call. So when I need a card really quickly, this is what I tend to go to. So I've just got a normal card base, and some of our Christmastime is here specialty DSP. I have cut this to, let me see, 2 inches by 5 7/8, which is approximately 5 centimeters this way by 15 centimeters that way. I tend to do a lot of my work in inches, but some of my customers prefer to do work in centimeters, but if I give you both or approximations of both, then you can choose for yourself. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if I'm actually working live and setting it so I can see if there's any comments. So what I actually normally do is take the trimmer, and if I cut off 1/4 of an inch, which is about just over 5 centimeters, so I'll take some off that side, and because I don't want to lose too much of this nice gold rose, I'll take some off the other side as well. And then if we just take the card front and a bit of Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue, I'm just going to glue that straight down. Now what you can do is you can stamp on the card front around the outside edges, or you could also run your card front through an embossing folder, but if you want a card in a hurry, this is really quick. So I run a small bead of glue along the bottom edge here, and I'm turning this piece of design paper over just so that you can see both sides of our beautiful paper. I always have gorgeous side on the other side, just as nice patterns. Sometimes I hate cutting into them. So running a small bead of glue and turning this one over as well. So I've sandwiched. Now you could also do this with any of our foil papers. And that's pretty much it. So if I take a scrap of cardstock, now you don't have to have the stamp set that goes with this paper. I actually didn't purchase the stamp set that goes with the Christmastime is Here paper, so I'm using a sentiment out of Perfectly Plaid, and I'm going to go with Poppy Parade ink. So the base I've got here is Cherry Cobbler, but the lighter colour in the roses here is the Poppy Parade. So I'm taking the Merry Christmas. Perfect. And I'm going to punch that out with, I'm not sure what this punch is called. It's one of my favourites. I should know what it's called, shouldn't I? And I just punch that out. And because I thought the tag was a little bit plain, and I didn't buy the stamp set that goes with the rose, I'm going to use this small leaf here from the Magnolia Blooms. Now this stamp set's not in our main catalogues. It's in a small beginner's brochure that Stamping Up has released, but you should be able to find this in my online store. So I've taken that small leaf, and I'm going to put some Mossy Meadow, which is the dark green that's in the paper. And I'm just going to add some leaf elements just to make it look like it's come from a larger piece of paper, which you can do. Probably making it a little bit too busy, but it's Christmas. That's it. And then I'm just going to go in with the the light Mossy Meadow blend just to give those leaves some colour. Now because our normal ink pads are a water-based classic ink, the blends will go over them really nicely without actually smudging the stamped image at all. And I'm not doing anything fancy with light colours or dark colours or trying to, I am, as you can see, really just scribbling colour to fill those little leaves. Okay, so I'm going to turn that over. Going to take a small piece of tear and tape on the back. And with that, I'm going to take some gold thread. Now, we don't have gold thread in the catalogue currently, but I'm sure many of you, like me, have got oodles of reels of this stuff everywhere. So I've just wrapped around my fingers a few times. The two ends are just here, and I'm going to just hold those and turn this big loop into a figure 8 and just drop that straight down here on top of my tape. I don't like the ends sticking out, so I'll just pull those back in onto the tape. And there you get some nice thread. And if I take some dimensionals. Hi Janice, hi Tanya. Thanks for joining me live. Hey, I'm not talking to myself today. It's really great. Take the backings off and just put that on the front. Makes for a really nice card. Now for the inside, because we're using the perfectly plaid stamp set for the greetings, I'm just going to go with the other one for the inside of my card. And once again, I'm going to put that in with Poppy Parade. I think that's straight. And as you can see, I've got a small piece of the designer series paper. This is 3/4 of an inch, so it's almost 2 centimeters by the full length of the card. And I'm just going to glue that down because I always decorate the inside of my stamps. And because I don't have the stamp set that goes with the roses, I'm just going to use the paper, same as what's on the front. And glue the inside of my card. Just like that. Gorgeous. Now I was telling my ladies you're not allowed to send nude envelopes as well, so I'm taking another piece of the designer series paper and I'm just going to glue on the flap and attach the paper. So this piece of paper for our envelopes here in Australia is 6.5 inches by 2.5 inches, which is approximately 16.5 centimeters by 6.5 centimeters. And then I can just go along and trim off the excess. Which clearly needs concentration because I'm not talking. Just like that. I'll just spread that glue out a bit. So you get a really gorgeous card to give for Christmas. Now I've used Cherry Cobbler here, and the back side of the paper is a Mossy Meadow, and you saw that I stamped in the Poppy Parade. This card looks just as nice if you put it onto the Poppy Parade. I've just reversed the colours. But it also works just as well as a happy birthday card because there's nothing in that paper that specifically says Christmas. And what I've also done here is I've just used the full sheet of the paper, and instead of cutting a small strip off. As you can see, this one here is a little bit wider. I've taken 1/4 inch of the gold foil on either side just to pick up the foiling that's in the paper. So there you go, a quick and easy card. Thanks for watching.